100 miles away, and most prisoners there spoke French, although they lumped English inmates together in the same house units. She wouldn't have family visitors. Too far away. Pretty lonely. Old friends in Montreal might visit, but who among them would want to associate with a convicted felon? They probably couldn't get past the sniffer dog or the mass spectrometry machine anyway. Abigail was excited, though, and not because she'd be preparing her own food and baking cakes, although she loved to bake cakes, and eat them, too. The biggest deal? Wearing her own clothes, out of prison garb and, within reason, into her own togs. Worth any sacrifice. She wasn't prepared for communal living, and shy to get started, but wearing her own get-up for the next 6 years? For that, she'd accept any adjustment or hardship 10 times over. Abigail, seriously? Order something. Everybody eats it anyway. Order for you, as long as you share. It's your $20. Yeah, she agreed. She had something she wanted to order. What? Carrots. Carrots are on the basics list, kinda automatic. I mean the baby ones, the tiny ones. Courtney checked the list. Yeah, she said. They got those. They agreed. They'd order baby-sized carrots. With dip, Courtney suggested. They had a choice of 3 kinds: onion, dill, or roasted pepper. They argued over that and chose the roasted pepper. We could pretend we're having a midnight snack. They're cheap, you know, just saying. Not the dip. Who cares? More KD, less pork. They ordered more baby carrots and dip, this time the onion. They were looking forward to that midnight snack fest, although it could never take place at midnight. They'd pull solitary for a stunt like that. We'll be the first to OD on baby carrots. Abby, good idea, girl. 2. 2 days after Abigail arrived, she found out why each of her housemates was doing time. A way of opening up the conversation, the getting-to-know-you aspect. She told them what she was in for, too. Only fair to tell them, since they were willing to share their own stories. Fraud, Abby admitted. 8.5. Months? Years. 6 to go. A silence. Fraud, Temple repeated. She chewed on the word. Fraud. As though fraud was a wad of gum. Temple, the only black woman among them, was in for smuggling, although she didn't let on what she smuggled. Just as Abigail didn't say whom she defrauded, or how she did it, or for how much. Abigail figured Temple's smuggling came down to the usual. Drugs, most likely, or perhaps jewelry. She realized later that everybody gave out only the bare bones of their crimes, that they held back on the critical details. Instinctively, she did that too. Quite the roll call, even when limited to the bare bones. She didn't know how she could fit in here. Doy was the eldest. Abigail didn't want to ask her age. Late 50s, early 60s, a reasonable guess. Doy was Polish and a mother. She was still a mother, she said, even though she had slashed her daughter. Cut her up pretty good with a hatchet for staying out late one night. At least the teenager survived. It seemed like the right thing to do, Doy said, to attack her daughter with a hatchet for staying out late with a boy. Right. The thing to do. Take a small axe to your own kid. Abigail had been inside with rough people in Nova, but she never had to sleep in the same dorm with them or bake cakes alongside them. The next oldest was Malka. Early 50s, give or take 5 years. Hard to tell with her, too. She'd been a minor politician, a city councilwoman, and previously a small-town mayor for a decade before losing an election. After her defeat, she ran again and made it back onto council. That was before she was convicted of murdering her own husband. A band of killers, Abigail was thinking. Christ. Florence, who told Abigail she could call her Flo most of the time as long as she called her Florence once a week and warned her to keep track, had thrown acid in the face of a rival. Don't worry, I didn't mean to, but she was asking for it, Flo said, although Abigail couldn't imagine anyone alive asking for that, and someone who threw acid had to mean it. Her blood chilled inside her, and she made up her mind to give Flo miles of personal space.